So, yo, it's me. Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back here with another video. Today, we're going to be doing ranking every single United game I've been to as a ball boy. So that begins all the way from Crystal Palace to right now, Atletico Madrid. Now, listen to me right now. Every single one of them games, I am so grateful to have been given the opportunity in the first place. But I'll be honest, there were some games which were not as entertaining personally, but there were definitely some games that were so good. They were just like one of the best games I've ever been to in my life and watched in real life. So I'll be honest, let's get straight into it. Crystal Palace, December 5th, 2021, sorry. Alright, so that day, you need context. My first day, I am stressed because the first time you do something, usually, because I don't really get nervous, but as soon as I got there, onto the old Trafford pitch, the famous pitch, I got a bit of the butterflies down there, I can't lie. So that day was the first, I say, when the players came out, I looked at Ronaldo, I was like, the goat is staring at me. So I'll be honest, that was very sick. But the game, I don't care that it was 1-0. That game was actually banging, you know. Like, that was the first game where Ralph Rangnick was in charge. And the way the attacking football was being played, like McTominay, I remember that game, was playing pretty decent. So was Fred, that goal from Fred. I jumped out my seat because I didn't know how you were allowed to react. So like, ball was usually, we sit on a stool and you're meant to be sat down, always, I think. Yeah, always be sat down. So I jumped out my seat, then I quickly sat back down. There's a Premier League highlight where you can see it a little bit, like me standing up, you can't see me getting back down. But that game, scale of 1 to 10, 8. No, that's generous. It was only 1 goal. 7 out of 10. I met my friend that day, and he's still solid right now. Got to know everyone. We got some banging food, and yeah, I think that was a good game. 7 out of 10, solid. Next game, Burnley, 30th of December 2021. Alright, that game was 3-1. I'll be genuinely honest. That game, personally, the goals were nice. I liked the goals. There was only one issue. Outside the home end, they scored all the goals in the first half. They didn't let them get any flipping action. Second half, I don't remember if there was a goal, but I remember only 1 goal was at my side. That's it. So personally, the match to watch, 6 out of 10. Entertainment, that's different. Entertainment, 8 out of 10, because like the crowd would roar, stuff like that. So that's different. So combine 6 and 8, that's 14. Divide by 2, that's 7. However, I can't give it the same as Crystal Palace. I'm giving it a 6.9. I'll be honest, 6.9. I'm gonna bump Crystal Palace up to 7.3, because it's not about the goals, it's about the game. You just have to watch, and you'll see this later on in the video, because you'll be surprised at which games I actually really enjoy. But yeah, Aston Villa FA Cup 1-0 to United. That game was spectacular. Personally, I really liked the game. One, the footballs were different. That was my first FA Cup game, so the balls weren't the Premier League ones anymore. It was the good ones. I think it was white and red. I'll put a picture up. But that day, who was? I think my heart says McTominay or Sancho scored. I don't remember, but that game was very good. I liked it. I really liked it. Next game was Wait, was it actually? Next game was Wolves. Now, the Wolves game, 8 out of 10. But you have to have context again, like I said. The reason why you have to have context, something happened that game. I got a Dama Traore shirt that game, and that was immediately one of the best moments of all time. So I can't give the overall rating low. It has to be high, because just that moment alone is 10 out of 10. The match is I don't remember the match. I think it was a goal in the 80th minute. Not really the best, I'll be honest. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Just mainly due to the fact that I got a damage Traore shirt. That was a beautiful moment. Next game was Middlesbrough 8-7 or 9-8 on penalties in the FA Cup 4th round. What a game. The way that game, I was on my toes for most of it. One, the penalties. That was such a sick. That was my first ever penalty shootout I've ever seen at United. And probably in my life, like in the match. So that game, Ronaldo missed a penalty. I had my phone out ready. I'm so sorry, Seth, if you're watching this. I'm sorry, but I had my phone out. I was like, oh my gosh, Ronaldo's gonna score. It's gonna come to my corner. Because he was on my side where he got the penalty. I'm gonna get ready to sue. I was ready. Misses. I put my phone away real quick. Phone away. That game was so good. The way the fans were beautiful. The fans were so underrated. Middlesbrough fans, so underrated. That game was so good. The way in my head I was like, I swear I was offside. Wait, was that offside or handball that game? That one was handball, I believe. Bro, the way I was like, I just saw it, that was handball. So, that game, 8.3 out of 10. Because the fans that day were on point. United versus West Ham at Old Trafford. Now that game, first half, so boring. Second half was boring until the 80th minute. I'm seeing United play the best football they've ever seen, like prime Barcelona, I'll be honest. So they're doing that tiki-taka. I'm like, yo, this is going to be fun. I can feel a 90th minute goal. I can feel it in my bones and in my heart. I was like, they're definitely going to score. They're definitely going to score. Alex Telles gets the ball, runs up the pitch. Cavani squares it to Rashford. Oh, 93rd minute goal. I'll be honest, I jumped out because no one was at my side. The goal was at the other end. Always happens. So I'm here at the away end, literally at the away fans' end. The goal's all the way over there, which is just perfect. But that moment was amazing. One of the best moments in a United game. Plus, due to the fact that that video, the day in the life of the West Ham game, got over 950,000 views and 123,000 likes. Do you know how much that is? That video grew my channel, grew my TikTok as well. Bro, that video was one of the best ball boy day in the lives I've ever made. Nice and simple, good game, good clips. I went on the pitch that game and did kick-ups with the ball. Oh my gosh. That was one of the best games with context. So yeah, definitely a good game. I'll give that game a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. And I'll give Aston Villa... I forgot what I gave Aston Villa. You know what, if I didn't rank it, just say 7. Yeah, I'll go 7 for Aston Villa. Well, Southampton against Manchester United. I think that was 1-1, that game. That was one of the worst games I've ever been to. Personally, because that day it was so rainy. I was drained in rain, and with the fact that the game was so boring. Oh my gosh, that was one of the worst games. However, the TikTok did pretty well that day. I got like 440,000. It probably increased by now, I haven't checked. But that day, the day in the life, did pretty good that day. So the match was a 3 out of 10. No, I was actually waiting for it to finish. I'm not even joking. The game was a 2 out of 10. The views on the TikTok, however, goes up to 3 out of 10. So that Southampton game, 3 out of 10. Then after Southampton game, that was part 1 of ranking games that I've been to. Now listen to me closely. Part 2 is going to be the best one because it has the best games. Brighton, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, Watford. Them are like one of the best games ever. So I'm telling you right now, wait for part 2. You will not be flipping let down because I'm going to tell you everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to say again, I love my fans with everything. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys. Peace.